right. Concept getters. Concept getters, please grant me the opportunity to greet you. Okay? But before I waste any of your data, not even time, just data, let me just start. Okay? Because I want to do this one fast and in a very simple way. Because we flow. And remember, make sure that you get that moment. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So yeah, on today's video, guys, we're gonna focus on proving the theorem that states that an angle at center, this angle, is twice the angle at the circumference, which is this angle. Okay, that's why at the top there I wrote RTP is BOC equal to 2 times BAC. BOC is the angle at center, and BAC is the angle at the circumference. So there are stuff that I already wrote here so that we don't waste time and your data, right? I wrote construction diameter AOF, right? This is what we constructed, the blue cut line there, AOF, the diameter. I constructed it. Okay, so you're gonna write that step. Okay, let me show you which one. This one here that I've just circled. You're gonna start by writing that. Then you're gonna also say I've constructed O1. You can see O1, which is red, and O2, which is written in blue. Then A1, which is red, and A2, which is written in blue. We're done with the construction. Okay, then you're gonna write proof, right? The first step that before you forget is to show that your radii are equal, because radii in a circle are always equal. So you're gonna say radii AO, CO, FO, BO. Yo, that's a nice sound, right? All of them are equal, and your reason will be radii. Okay, that's the first step, the simple one. This is like a free mark, guys. Then you're gonna draw a yellow line. Do you see a yellow line that I cut in half? This is the flow, guys. You can even use this system, right? You're gonna draw a yellow line just to cut in half there. Then on your left, yeah, your left. It's gonna be your left, right? Yeah, on your left, you're gonna say in triangle AOB. If you can't see the triangle, this one, AOB. Do you see it? This triangle here. You're gonna say in that triangle. You're going to prove whatever that happens in there. Then on your right, you're going to say in triangle AOC, which is AOC, which is this triangle, right? Then you're going to prove what happens in that side, okay? But the most important thing is to recognize that the diameter that you constructed, which is AOF. Do you see this line here? You see it? It's an extended side. It's an extended side here. Basically, you see this side was for both this triangle and this triangle, and it was extended to F, which means it will create an exterior angle for this triangle and an exterior angle for this triangle. Do you recognize those ones? So that's the part, that's the most important part that you're gonna start with when you prove, right? So you're just gonna start with that one because that's the most I think challenging concept, right? So you're gonna just go straight to the point and be like, oh, Mr. Sir, let's just start, man. Let's just start before you waste more of my data. So let's start concept getters. Don't worry. So I'm going to say in triangle OAB, this one here, what happens? I'm going to say O1 is equal to angle A1 plus angle B. And your reason is exterior angle of triangle. Do you recognize it? This angle here, look at the triangle. This angle here is an exterior angle of this triangle here, right? So O1 is equal to A1 plus B. So what's the catch? The catch is I'm adding A1 and B. A1 and B. But all I want is just A1 and O1 at the end. So how do I eliminate B? By equating it to A1 so that I can substitute it by A1. Do I make sense? If I don't make sense, let's just see when it happens, okay? So I'm just going to say, oh, okay. So if I want to eliminate B, I just have to say it's equal to A1 so that I can eliminate the B. Why are they equal? That's where now the radii will come into play, okay? So how does it come into play? So I'm going to say, okay. So A1 is equal to B. Why? Why are they equal? because the radius AO and the radius OB subtend A1 and this one subtends B, and because they are equal, they will subtend equal angles. You know, right, in a triangle, that's an isosceles triangle. Others say isosceles, isosceles, potato, potato, but you get my point, right? So A1 will be equal to B. Your reason will be what? Your reason will be, before we go to the reason, let me just clean it up. Sorry for wasting your data. So I'm going to say what? I'm going to say my reason is equal sides are opposite to equal angles, right? Now, because remember, I'm starting with O1 being equated to the sum of A and B, right? Then I will say A and B are equal. Once I'm done with A and B being equal, the next step is easy now. This means that because B is equals to A, this means that where I see B, I can substitute, right? I can substitute it with what? With A1, because A1 and B are the same thing. And therefore, I will have A1 plus A1, which is going to give me 2A1. You get my point? So I'm just going to substitute it in my mind because this is just algebra. Then I'm just going to write what? The step. The step will be what? The step will just be O1 is equal to 2A1. So this is all you're going to write, guys. You're just going to say this one is equals to the sum of the two. Therefore, these two are equal. Then this equals to 2 this. That's it. That's the first step, right? You do the same thing on your right. But then remember now, instead of ones, you just write twos. So where you see 1 here, you see what I mean? Where you see 1 here, all you got to write now is 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, right? So you're going to do that on the other side with a pen or a black pen or a blue pen. Okay, that's not even my job. So you're going to say, all you have to do is just substitute all those ones. So basically you're going to write O2 is equals to A2 plus B, right? Then your reason is exterior angle of triangle. Then you're going to say what? A2 equals to, oh, I'm sorry, guys. Remember, this side, it's an A2 and a C. So where you see B, you're going to write C, right? Where you see B, it's going to be C, right? So I'm going to say, yay, you B. B, please. B, please. I want C. Do that make sense? Because, I mean, come on, A2 and B, nah. But A2 and C, yeah. You get my point. Then I'm going to say now A2 will be equal to what? Will be equal to C, right? The reason is the same reason here. Equal sides up equal angles, right? And the flow is therefore, remember there's a therefore here. Therefore, O2 is equal to 2A2. That's all we needed, right? So I'm going to take this concept of saying, so I'm going to write them here now. I'm going to be like da 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 da, but don't underline. I'm just showing you what's going to happen from here. So I'm just going to say O1 is equals to 2A1, right? And O2 equals to 2A2, right? I got those ones, right? Now I'm just going to add them, right? So if you haven't noticed, you'll realize that O1 plus O2 here, O1, look at the diagram, O1 plus O2 will give you the whole O, and the whole O is BOC, which is basically RTP. At the top there, you see the RTP, which is this. So now O1 plus O2 basically is just going to give me what? The RTP. I'm just going to write, I'm going to go straight to it and say BOC equals to, right? Then I'm going to also add this and this. Do that make sense? So I'm just going to be like this and this. When I add them, you'll realize that if I take out the 2 as a common factor inside the brackets, I will have what? I will have A1 plus A2. Makes sense, right? Then, if you haven't noticed already, you'll realize that A1 and A2 are these ones. Look at the diagram. A1 and A2 are the whole A, which is the one that you have at RTP at the top there, which is BAC. BAC. Do you see it? So if you see it, then it means all I have to do now is, MrSir, why should I just write? Why can't I just go straight to the answer? So you just go straight to the answer and write what? And just go like, okay, MrSir, all I have to write now is say 2 into what? A1 plus A2 is BAC. Do that make sense? Then you'll be like, therefore, you know the English, guys. You know the English. Therefore what? This is what you were proving. Right? Or you can even write it here. Guys, do you see the flow? Do you see the flow? Come on, guys. Okay, let's talk about the flow. Okay, I'm gonna use green now. Let's talk about the flow. The flow is, you're gonna say O1 equals to, remember this one, look at the diagram, this one equals to the sum of this plus this, right? Next step, this is equal to this, right? The next step is this here, O1 will be what? Will be equal to 2 times A1. Then you go to the other side of the triangle. Then you're going to say O2 will be equal to A2 plus C, right? Then the next step is A2 equals to C, right? Then the next step, you just go straight to O2 equals to 2 times A2. Then now the next step is this one. Go to the calculations. You can see my green here. Then this is going to be the final step. Basically, you are adding this formula and this formula. So O1 will be added onto O2 to get the whole O. Go to the diagram to get the whole O, right? To get the whole O. And then 2A2 plus 2A1 will give us what? 2A2 plus 2A1. Take out 2 as a common factor. You'll have A2 plus A1. And then, come on, guys. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on. I'm out. You got the moment, guys. What do you want? I'm out.